AMG is a German car tuning company that went from humble beginnings from being laughed at to becoming one of the most well-respected tuners in the whole industry. And today we are covering their whole story. In 1976, two Mercedes-Benz co-workers named Hans Werner Aufrecht and Erhard Melcher went on to create AMG. AMG stands for Aufrecht Melcher Großesbache. The first two letters are the founders' last names, and the G is the name of the German city that Aufrecht was born in. Initially, AMG focused on designing and building racing engines for Mercedes-Benz cars, but what really put them on the map was what happened in 1971. In 1971, they entered a car into the 24 Hours of Spa that shouldn't have been there. They were laughed at by the entire paddock, but what they did was quite surprising. They took a big old Mercedes S-Class and fully stripped it of everything. They also installed a 6.8-liter V8 and tweaked its heads, cams, rods, cranks, and plumbing each cylinder bank to separate intakes. This meant that the car now had 428 horsepower instead of 250 and 448 pound-feet of torque instead of 369 pound-feet of torque. This upgrade meant that the S-Class could now go from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 4.2 seconds and reach a top speed of 165 miles per hour. This doesn't sound like a lot, but remember that this was in 1971. They called this car the Rautsau, or in English, the Red Pig. When they entered this car in the 24 Hours of Spa, they were competing against actual race cars, and they were laughed up and down at the paddock. But when the race was over, it finished in second, beating nearly every single race car in a huge family sedan. This marked the beginning of AMG's motorsport success and cemented the company's reputation for high-performance engines. But this was only the beginning of AMG. The two co-workers now had their own company and started to see some success. In 1986, the company introduced its first road-going model. This was a true supercar of its time. It was based on the Mercedes-Benz E-Class and named the Hammer. It features a 6-liter V8 engine that produced 375 horsepower as well as 428 pound-feet of torque. This car once again gained AMG even more recognition, and they expanded their expertise and began tuning cars for Mitsubishi and Chrysler. However, 3 years later in 1990, the AMG brand changed forever. AMG had originally offered Mercedes-Benz multiple offers to be a part of the company, however they were declined each time. But after creating the Hammer, the demand of AMG increased by a lot, and Mercedes-Benz now saw the opportunity in AMG. This meant that Mercedes-Benz and AMG signed a cooperation agreement that allowed AMG to produce official Mercedes-Benz models with AMG performance upgrades. This marked a turning point for the company, as it now had access to Mercedes-Benz's engineering and development resources. The first official Mercedes AMG model was the C63 AMG, introduced in 1993. The C63 AMG was based on the Mercedes-Benz C-Class and features a 3.6-liter inline-six engine, producing 276 horsepower and 284 pound-feet of torque. They continued developing new cars, with the first V12 AMG being introduced in 1999 as the CL65 AMG, and the first V8 AMG being introduced in 2005 in the SLK55 AMG. In 2010, one of the biggest changes happened to AMG, which is both loved and hated by AMG fans. The cars that AMG built under their cooperation agreement with Mercedes was a huge success, with a lot of demand from the customers. Mercedes-Benz then offered to buy AMG from the two founders, and they accepted. This meant that AMG became a fully owned subsidiary of Mercedes-Benz. Many fans of AMG hated this because AMG could no longer create cars like they used to. However, other fans loved this buyout because it meant now AMG had even greater resources and better technology to create even more powerful cars. And if we fast forward to 2023, AMG now offers a wide range of models, from the entry-level A-Class to the luxurious S-Class and beyond. AMG's history is one of evolution and growth, with many comparing it as the Germany version of Shelby, and personally I agree. I would love a movie about the Red Pig and the race in the 24 Hours of Spa, just like we got with Shelby and the movie about Ford GT and its race in Le Mans 66. But let me know what you think about AMG's story in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for your time. See you next time.